Good morning everybody and happy Halloween. Get yourself a spooky little coffee. I've got my little Emma Bridgewater cup and I absolutely love this. It makes me feel extra Halloweeny. And I thought we'd do a little get ready with me. The makeup, similar to what I did in my previous video, but I forgot to put sparkle on the lid, so I want to put sparkle on it this time. But I thought, you know, we'll just do a little Halloweeny get ready with me. I mean, let's just start. I love Halloween. I love it. And I love when it's like this. It's rainy, it's windy, the leaves are blustering all about. I just imagine like ghouls and witches flying about, and that's why it's so windy. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think I've always loved, I've literally just sneezed 1,000 times, that's why now I'm like, I've always loved, like as a child, like witches and things. I don't know, witches, cauldrons, black cats, broomsticks, witches' houses. I just loved it. I read all the books. I had so many books about witches and the witch's cat and, oh, I don't know, who remembers, it was in the UK, it was this show. I can't remember what it was called. And there's a hair that's just driving me mad, right? And it was a story time thing every week, and it was like some sort of scary story. And one of them, no, the chair that the person told the story on had chicken legs. All the witch's house had chicken legs, something like that. And I loved it. And there was one story I remember, this was for kids, and it really freaked me out, where this maiden or whatever marries like this man, but he turns into a hedgehog. And I remember being absolutely like traumatized by that. It was really weird. Or no, he'd had a curse put on him and he was a hedgehog or something, like a man hedgehog. I don't know. It was really weird. I can't remember what that was called. Tales from the witch's house. I don't know. Chicken legs, something. I don't know. Anyway, I always loved it. And all of my books were witches books, things like that. Just loved it. I wanted a Wendy house, actually. I get a Wendy house, and because I wanted it to be my little witch's hut. I had a broomstick. I think I made my grandmother make me a dress. I was like, make me a witch's dress. It was nuts. I was a bit of a nutty one when I was little. But I've always had that kind of, you know, vivid imagination. You know, vivid imagination. And I just love all things magical. And I just remember like all my childhood books being just so magical. And I liked anything that was kind of animals or like magic-y. There was another book, and I think it was called The Insect's Ball or something. It was really beautiful illustration of all these like different insects, like beetles and moths, and they all go to this ball. And it was really quite, not an intense book, but it was quite scary. I think it would be quite scary for children. But I remember just going through this book and just finding it fascinating. I've also been going on Pinterest and kind of trying to find my childhood books that I read, television programs that I watched. Yeah. And I find most of them, it's amazing. And this one witches book, it's called Witches. I think it's called Witches, not The Witches by Roald Dahl, but The Witches. Oh, I can't remember. And it had all these like really ugly old bag witches in it doing funny little spells. And I loved it. And I found so many illustrations of it, and I've saved it on my Pinterest. And there was another one in the 80s. Was it the 80s and 90s called Trapdoor? And that was great. Right, I've actually finished my Vichy Derma blend. It is but mere crumbs. And I do want to purchase another one, and I probably will. So in the meantime, I'm going to set with the bareMinerals original, because it's still a mineral powder, isn't it? So I'm just going to set I'm still using the Ambient lighting soft blend because I love it. But I do have a brand new Estee Lauder. Once that's finished and I get I'm waiting for like Black Friday so I can get all my makeup bits. I want to get the Laura Mercier translucent again, and the under eye setting powder. I'm just finishing stuff off. This actually works so nicely as a setting powder. I've always loved a mineral powder or a foundation powder as a setting powder because it just gives you that extra bit of coverage. And I just love the warmth of it. Yeah, I love Halloween. I love the windiness of it. I love the spookiness of it. I love the real story about it. It's the end of summer, you know, and it's just, I don't necessarily like to dress up. I did when I was little. I always wanted to dress up in costumes and stuff. And at school we had brilliant, brilliant Halloween parties. And obviously when I was a bit like my 20s and stuff, I'd go to Halloween parties. But now, for me, like a Halloween mug is like, that'll do me. And maybe a little Halloween like biscuit with a ghost on it or something like that. That's kind of, you know what I mean? And you kind of watch, I remember doing pumpkin picking and all of that, and you watch people's videos and they go to these big pumpkin places and you feel kind of like, oh, do I need to go to that? Am I missing out? But, you know, as long as you feel in the spirit, do you know what I mean? I'm still using Hoola. I'm really liking this now, you know. And then, this morning on my walk, a couple of the ladies that I knew who they were because I can tell just by the shape of you and the colours of your dog. I know who you are from the other end of the park. And then this lady said, oh, there's some ladies dressed up in Halloween and their dogs are dressed up and they're giving out Halloween treats. And she got a lollipop and the dog got a treat. So they were out doing that, and I'd seen them, but I'd seen that they'd put like little Halloween like costumes on their dogs. And I knew one of them had like this big spider thing on, and I knew my dog would absolutely hate that. Like if another dog has a muzzle or a shoe or a bandage or anything on, he does not like it. And when I saw that, I was like, oh no, because I was gonna, you know, go up to them, but then I thought, no, that won't work. This is Benefit Rocketeur. Oh, yeah, I said I was going to do, similar to the makeup that I did in my previous video, but I wanted to do like a chocolate lip. I wanted to do it actually more sort of like a cinnamon, chocolatey, hot chocolate cinnamon latte kind of vibe. So it's not like a Halloween makeup look. It's just because, you know, I'm not into that. I'm just into my regular makeup. So I'm going to do like a chocolatey, hot chocolatey, cinnamony sort of thing. I did do some baking this week with Mum, so that was nice, you know, and you feel like, oh, you know, we used to bake stuff. I'm again going through my nostalgic. Oh, we used to bake, we used to do marbling. Do you remember marbling? Do you remember decoupage? Do you remember this? Do you remember that? Because back in the day, I say back in the day, but like in the 90s, the activities that we had were just great. You know, the makeshift costumes that you'd put together. You know, I like a costume or dressing up if I could have it done professionally. Like if I was going to an event or a party, I'd have a professional. I'd want it done properly. Do you know what I mean? And I would like to be like Marie Antoinette or something. You know, that kind of era. I love. Oh, or like something quite Dickensian. Another thing I like. And where I live, we've got so many like little cobbled paths and roads. Like it's really oldie woldy, and you know it's just. And they do little Halloween walks and like lantern things and stuff. But you know me, by 4 o'clock I'm kind of like, yeah, that's it for me. But I was like, the only spooky thing I want to do is go for a spooky Halloween coffee, and maybe they can put a little you know pumpkin on my. Pumpkin picture on my coffee. That'd be lovely. That's it for me, yeah. Right, now, this is what we did for eyes. I'm still using the Natasha Denona and I love it. I have looked at Makeup by Mario's new Ethereal palette, and that does look very nice, but I feel like it's got very similar shades to this palette. So I'm going to go in with what I always go in for the crease, which is Ripe, that colour there. I always go into the crease. But you know when you have a palette and you look at the shadows and you're like, I haven't used this one, and you kind of have to force yourself to use it. But I'm going to do a nice, warm, shimmery, glittery, lovely. Because that day that I was doing the Lisa Eldridge, I just forgot to put shimmer. And I was like, something's missing. What's missing here? And then I realised, oh. So I always put... There's something just so nice about this crease colour. It just kind of, it does like half your makeup already. It's just amazing. You know? It just does, it doesn't look like it's going to come out that bright, but it's got a brightness to it, and I love it. And I just, you know, once I start liking something, I just can't stop using it. So these clock changes, time changes, so we've gone back an hour, and everyone says, oh, you get an extra hour in bed. No, I don't get an extra hour in bed, because my dog still thinks when it's 6 o'clock in the morning, he thinks it's 7 o'clock, because obviously the clocks have gone back. So he thinks it's 7 o'clock, but it's actually 6 o'clock. So the other day, I was up, I think, at about, he woke me up about 5:15. And the thing is with me, the minute I open my eyes, I need the toilet. Like, I literally, I cannot. I go to the toilet like 100 times a night as it is. But the minute I open my eyes, I'm like, and then by that time, I might as well get ready. So well, I didn't get ready. I just brushed my teeth and come downstairs. And it was about 5:30. And I thought, well, what are we going to do now? So, right, I'm going to put a base, before I go on, a base. And I'm going to use Vim, which is this chocolate colour there, and I'm just going to put that on the lid. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to go and get some petrol. And I did that. I mean, you know, it's a very small petrol station. And the only good thing about the clocks turning back for me is that it's light in the morning, and for me that's everything. I don't mind that it's dark at 4 o'clock. I love it because I'm up so early. By 4 o'clock I've had enough of the day, and for me, summer, the days just go on and on and on, and I'm, you know, and it's like there's no end and you can't go to bed because it's daylight till 10 o'clock at night, you know what I mean? So for me, I'm more than happy to get up at 6 o'clock and have full on daylight so I can get out and walk. And I don't have to wait and sit and wait till, you know, the sun rises. You know what I mean? So there are times when I'm out well before sunrise. Sun doesn't rise till 7:45. And I'm in the park probably sometimes 6:30, sometimes typically 10 to 7 I'm in the park. See how nice that is? So nice and chocolatey. Let's take that and let's just go underneath a bit. And there are lots of people out, but you know, you hear all sorts of things, don't you? I try not to read the news too much because I can freak myself out to no end. But yeah, okay, so that's the base. Now, let's go on with a nice chocolatey. I'm going to go over with, it's called Hanker, and I think this is shimmery. It is shimmery, yeah, it's a nice shimmer. I forgot to do the shimmer last time, and I was like, oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that's nice. So you get a nice, it's not too shimmery. I mean, it's a really, really easy smoky eye. Don't worry about the fallout. That's not shimmery enough, so I'm going to go in with Dynamism. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh, that's better. And I just kind of bring it into the crease a bit. Are we looking like hot chocolate now? Yeah, that's that. I actually want to buy some liquid shimmery shadows because of all this fallout all the time, it can be a bit of a nuisance. So I know the Giorgio Armani ones are quite popular, the sort of liquid shadows, because I'm thinking like use your matte shadows, but then have the liquid shimmers. Just make sure that's blended up. The liquid shimmers to kind of not drop. The leaves, it's windy. It's always windy on Halloween and I love it. It's literally like the ghouls are out. And I like it. Okay, so there we go. That's nice. That's nice and chocolatey and cinnamony, and that's what I like. Right, we're going to put some eyeliner on now. And I'm going to use the Clinique Quickliner for eyes, dark chocolate. This is amazing. I absolutely love it. And, oh, we're going to have to pull. We're going to pull the eye there and just see, it's that lovely deep and you see how it just glides. I don't even think I need to smudge this, but I am going to smudge it only because I think it looks a bit better smudged. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a slight smudgeroony. Like so. Yeah, that's lovely. And I kind of just pull it out a bit on the corners where I can. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, so I'm really waiting for this Black Friday because at the moment, in several of my baskets, it depends. Cult Beauty's kind of doing 15%. I'm only a bronze on Sephora, so that's 15%. And I want 25%. If I'm going to buy it, I want 25%. And Look Fantastic love to send an email at 6 a.m. going, oh, 25%, and it decreases by 1% every hour. And it's not always on the things that you've actually put in your basket. It's only a few things, but I just like to get everything kind of at once. I remember years ago on Black Friday, I remember getting so many amazing deals. It was unbelievable. But for me, the deals are only on things that I generally want, that I've been waiting for months. So I don't just buy random stuff. I buy stuff that I want that's been in my basket for like 6 months, you know? So that's what I'm waiting for. That's when I think it's a real deal. When you can get a nice, or when Cult Beauty does spend 100, get £70 or something like that. They do something. And I remember buying something then and getting really good discounts, because we all love a discount. Mascara, taking ages. I still really like this mascara. It builds really nicely, this Rimmel one. But in my basket, I've got the Benefit Fan Fest because I haven't tried that. And I wasn't typically a fan of bareMinerals, Benefit mascaras. I've had them throughout the years, the Roller Lash, Bang, Big Bang, didn't like that at all. But I think I'm going to have to try Fan Fest and see how that goes. Even the I did like the Hourglass, but I don't know whether I like that kind of tubing mascara thing, because it ends up like all over your sink and all over everywhere, whereas my Emma Hardy just takes everything off. Right, there we go. Oh, I feel like there's more. I feel I can see more lash on that side than I can see on this side. Let's just get a bit more, shall we? The other day, I was so tired because I think I'd woke up at 5, I told you, yeah. But I just didn't bother really getting dressed or putting my makeup on, and I went for my afternoon walk. And you know when you go out and you see people are dressed and have their makeup on, I was like, oh my God, I don't mind first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, I literally put on whatever clothes I have and go out, because it's the morning, I don't care. And I like to get that first bit of sunlight, that set my circadian rhythm. I like to get the fresh air on my skin, and then I get ready later. But And then but during the day, no, I cannot go out dishevelled like that again. It's just horrendous. I was sitting in the car driving back thinking, oh my God, I feel gross. I need to go home. I need tomorrow. I'm putting my makeup on. I don't think I've worn makeup since Tuesday, and it's Friday. Yeah, 2 days. Right, now for the chocolatey lips, I'm going to go in with very old lip pencil, Bobbi Brown, Cocoa. And I'm just going to line the lips. Like so. That's really nice, isn't it? I haven't used that for years. I bet it's discontinued. Then I'm going to go in with Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Nude Romance lipstick, and I hardly ever wear this. It's a bit too much of a warm brown for me, so I'll show you what I'm going to do. I apply this first. So for me, that's a very warm brown. It's too warm. I like my cool tones, so I go over the top of it with Merit Baby, which is probably one of the only things from Merit I just absolutely love is this lipstick, Baby. And it's really cool tone. See? And it just cools down that brown. See? And then, this is my new favourite thing to do. I'm going to top off with the bareMinerals, whatever they are, lip balm thingies in Friendship. And you know what I did the other day? Okay, so this is my, we're liking this. This is the sort of coffee brown mocha. I really wanted to put like a bit, I feel like it's a bit brown. Maybe we should put like something bright on. So I put on, where is it? Oh, I can't find it. But I'm thinking maybe we go on with Benefit Dallas, which is quite old, just to give it a bit more pink. No, it's not pink, but it's oh, what's he barking about? I thought he was asleep downstairs. Oh yeah, that's better. There we go. What are you barking? It's bin day. It's probably barking at the bins. Right, let's do a bit of setting. Oh, it's grey and gloomy. Oh my gosh, it's so Halloweeny and I love it. It's literally gone dark. You know when it suddenly goes dark? It's just bliss. I love it. Oh God, someone's out there. I love autumn and winter. I love the changing of the leaves. I love the golden browns, but I even love the bare branches of winter trees. I love it. I absolutely love it. The yellow against the gloom of the grey. And it's such gorgeous lighting. I'm in front of my window. This is the best lighting of life. Grey cloud. I mean, have you ever seen anyone so delighted for a rainy, gloomy, windy day? I mean, that's just me. I love it. You know, people get seasonal depressive order, but, you know, if you go out first thing in the morning, you get that light, that natural light. I actually get depressed in the summer, honestly. But as you can see, I'm in my element, and it's the last day of October. It's Halloween. I will miss October dreadfully because you know it's my favourite month. But we'll be going into winter. And I love winter. I love November, December, January. Love it. So there we have it. There is my cosy pumpkin spice latte, hot chocolate, warming makeup look for you today. So if you don't fancy doing any, spooky Halloween makeup, then you can just go, look, you know, and pumpkin spice latte, you know. You got some nice smoky shimmery eyes, some nice chocolatey lips, and it's just got a lovely warmth to it, and I really like it. It makes me feel warm doing it, makes me feel cozy. Now I can go and get myself a nice little, another spooky coffee. So I hope you have a fantastic Halloween, whatever you're doing, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye-bye.